Hi, guys. Okay, the mic is on. Thank you for surviving and for coming here and listening to me. I hope I will make it short and fun. So, my name is Olga, and I'm one of the board members of the LNPBP Standards Association. It's a non-profit that has been governing the RGB development and boosting the development of the whole ecosystem based on RGB and other technologies which we have been building for Lightning and Bitcoin ecosystems. And today, show of hands, who knows or heard something about RGB? Okay, who did that about Prime? Nice. Radiant? No. So I'm going to talk about Radiant today. And Radiant is one of the technologies that we have been building and researching for quite a while. And I'm proud to present that it's the technology that can allow trustless peg-ins and trustless peg-outs from Bitcoin. And why we need it and how that can be built, that's the information I'm going to talk about. So, Bitcoin's capitalization right now is $500 billion. And that's a huge amount of money. And the good thing about it is that it shows us that a lot of people trust in Bitcoin, they use Bitcoin, and they see value in Bitcoin. Also, there is another number, which is 37 billion. 37 billion is the market capitalization of the whole DeFi, so-called DeFi ecosystem, which is based on Ethereum, on Bitcoin, like the whole thing. And you already can see the difference between the numbers here. And probably you're asking yourself now, why do we care about the DeFi? Like, why should we have DeFi, and should we have DeFi in Bitcoin? My answer to that is yes, because if we want to build an ecosystem, if we want to build a new world with many different financial transactions and financial participants, then we need to build finance, not just have good store of value and not just have good money. And when we see these numbers, we understand as Bitcoiners that we must build the proper financial ecosystems based on Bitcoin, not on any other chain or system. And there were some attempts to do that, but as you can see here, because the market share of RUB-BTC and Bitcoins that we have on Liquid and on RSK, the capitalization is extremely small. And we should fix that. And as I said, there have been many attempts to try to fix the situation and to build proper systems. There have been federations like Liquid, drive chains, which is a bad word for us, and zero-knowledge opcodes, and many, many other things. But there have been many different trade-offs that we are not willing to actually make. First of them is with regards to the federations, because you need to trust the participants of the federation. You need to trust that they will not cheat on you. You need to trust them so that if you have a dispute, they will be fair, and so forth. If we talk about drive chains, you need a soft fork, which is a huge story for Bitcoin ecosystem. It doesn't happen fast. There are still a lot of trade-offs there, including the privacy and trust ones, like trusting the miners and then making a soft fork is still not the way forward for many Bitcoin users. And zero-knowledge opcodes basically have the same trade-offs as the previous two. So I'm glad to introduce Radiant, which is a system based on the concept of client-side validation, which was developed by Peter Todd back in the day. And we believe that this system actually allows trustless peg-outs and peg-ins without the need to trust anybody, without the need to trust anybody or rely on any miner, and with using payment channels. So quickly, how it works. You have many interested parties, which are verifiers and arbiters. They take their stake, they lock it in Bitcoin blockchain, and by that, they kind of announce that they're now a part of the ecosystem, and they play a role of verifiers or arbiters for the users that want to come in the system. Here's the user, and if the user wants to take his BTC and move it to another chain, whether it's Prime, RGB, any side chain, for example, he opens a multi-party channel with these guys, and these guys are not a federation. These guys are absolutely randomly being chosen, and they can be changed as well. So basically, you create some sort of time lock and multi-party channel, and you create a funding transaction, and basically you peg in your money into the system of your choice. And this is another visualization of the whole process. So basically, here's your user. You have your BTC. You have the issuance of BTC on any other chain, whether it's an RGB, Prime, or sidechain, and then you can use it. And you can use it with transact in BTC, in RGB assets, whatever. And now the most funny part. If you want to get your money back, if you want to get out from the second system back into Bitcoin, what do? How do you not lose your money? First, you send the closing request for the payment channel. It can be a Lightning channel or any other type of channel. You send the closing request to the parties which you had it previously. And the next process is starting. So you send the request to the verifiers. The verifiers are just random people. You don't know them. So if they're trying to cheat, and if they don't want to give you your money back, then they get slashed of the stake that they had put before. If this happens, then the task of closing and the arbitrage goes to arbiters. If arbiters also fail at that, they also get slashed on their stake. And basically, or if the arbiters cannot reach the joint verdict, that also happens. And basically, if verifiers failed and arbiters failed, you can start with, next send this task back to the verifiers, and basically you can have this cycle with random people as long as you need. Why as long as you need? Because when you send the request of closing the channel and getting your money back, what is happening is you have an on-chain time lock. So the transaction is not mined before the verdict has been reached. So basically, you have a lot of time in order to resolve the disputes, if any happen. So this gives us no soft fork requirements, and it gives us trustlessness, it gives us privacy, and no dependency on any type of participant in any system, whether it's Bitcoin blockchain or it's the second system that you want to interact in. And Radiant, which is extremely important to notice here, Radiant is crypto-economically secure and trustless, and it actually has much more strong formal guarantees than mining in Bitcoin, because mining in Bitcoin is relying on the notion of selfish mining, while this system is relying more on Nash equilibrium. So why do we need that? Why would we need that? The first application for this type of system is, of course, democratized or decentralized finance, however you want to call that. So you also can build these kind of systems without requirement of any soft forks. You can build sidechains without any soft forks, any drive chains, activations, or whatnot. But still, you will gain a lot of crypto-economical guarantees, which makes the system robust already now by design. Also, because computations can be different, and computations are needed not only for building finance, but for any type of computation, any kind of contracts, any kind of deals. This system can also be used for decentralized and censorship-resistant computations such as AI, machine learning, training neural networks, creating language models, and stuff like that. And last but not least, this system also enables Prime, which is our proposal of layer 1 for Bitcoin. And the killer feature, we introduced it on the 1st of June this year. And the killer feature here is that, as Satoshi himself said, blockchain in Bitcoin is one of the worst possible technological solutions, but it was the only one that was existing back at that point. And today, using the client-side validation paradigm, we can get rid of the blockchain in Bitcoin, and we can make Bitcoin on layer 1 scalable, private, and fast. And for that, we need prime and RGB. You can see here on the slide the difference between prime and RGB, which are both client-side validation technologies, and Bitcoin blockchain as it is. In prime and RGB, because of the client-side validation, there is no transaction graph, there is no addresses, thus no chain analysis or tracking can be possible. Still, very strong crypto-economical guarantees, so you can create arbitrarily complex contracts between participants, whether it's in the field of finance, whether it's in the field of AI, or anywhere else. It's extremely fast. It's much faster than Bitcoin blockchain, and it's more robust, and you do not need to store 200 gigabytes per year of data. And as I mentioned on the start, if you want to learn more, please make sure to follow our accounts on social media. We always post all the news, all the announcements there. We're the LNPBP Standards Association. We are a Swiss-based nonprofit. So if you have any questions, if you want to follow our work, if you want to contribute, please feel free to subscribe or find me on social media as well. I'll be happy to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Miami, for the last 3 years in this amazing city. The whole world shut down, but Miami welcomed us with open arms. We want to show Bitcoin to the whole world. We are taking the conference on the road to set the stage for Bitcoin in a new city. Nashville. Bitcoin 2024 is coming to Nashville in Tennessee, a city that is known as a music and freedom city. Bitcoin 2024 in Nashville from July 25th to 27th.